I'm going to start with 2 for subnegation in the main, I think. Looks like blue-red phoenix. Potentially blue-white. This could be mono blue. They're playing Phoenix. Card's really good. I think up to bottom. Looks like the mirror match. I don't know, they're playing some kind of blue moon deck. I'm gonna plus and hope they don't just flip thing in the ice out of nowhere. Alright. We probably win now. I was thinking about cutting to Fairy Time Raveler. I think the card's been pretty good though. Alright, so there are Blue Moon. Bolt to Fairy. Yep. Snapcaster. Another Bolt. Do I cast Wrath of God or Factor Fiction? That's kind of a tough decision. I think Factor Fiction probably, even if it means taking taking a lot. And that's tough. Come on, take the lands. You guys think lands? I can wait. Yeah, but if I wait, they can counter my Factor Fiction, which is not great. Let's get ourselves a basic plains, and that's something I'm gonna cast a fairy and hope they don't have Spell Pierce. They do not. Alright, that's not too scary. They bin the Cryptic Command?
Always tuning in for the UW. Keep up the streaming, Gab.
Hey Wang, I will. Especially with all of you guys' support. Thanks, bud. You playing any Modern Tournament this weekend? Is this weekend the last weekend without Modern Horizon, or is it 2 more weekends? Yeah, this weekend's Horizon pre-release. I haven't made any plans to go to a pre-release. Maybe I'll go though. Alright, to get rid of Narset, I guess. Not sure why I played it. I mean, I know why I played it on my turn. I played it on my turn so that I would get to untap the lands. But I'm not actually convinced it was good. Seems fine. Even when you cast it on your turn, it's just GG. Not only their turn. Oh, the raid Croaky 679. Maybe I should stream Arena. What's up, buddy? How's standard? I haven't been playing much standard. I just play White Weenie whenever I play standard. It's fun though. I enjoy standard, even though the decks are... There's not too many new decks. Welcome everyone. We're playing some modern. There's a new set that comes out tonight, Modern Horizon. You might have heard of it, but we can already play some of the old cards. It's a bit weird. It's that one day where you can play the cards that already exist, the reprints. So I can play Fact or Fiction, but I can't play the new cards yet because the set isn't actually out. So we're kind of in that limbo. Standard, do I mean thought erasure format? I kind of want to show you something. Menguchi is so brutal. It's kind of beats, but it's kind of cute in some ways. Look at what he tagged me in. When they play a 4th thought erasure in a row, and he just tagged me. That's how he knocked me out of the Mythic Invitational. For people who might not get the reference, he had the 4th thought erasure for my immortal son. Yeah, Menguchi doesn't have much of a filter. He's also pretty dreamy, that is true. Alright, I really like Purge obviously against him. Disdainful Stroke seems good. Let's see. Surgical is a maybe. Host is okay against Thing in the Ice. If I'm going to board out all the sweepers, I should probably keep in most of my spot removal. These cards are good. These cards are good. These cards are good. These cards are good. That's 61. Even Timely is not bad against blue-red. Timely might be good. Maybe they board out Thing in the Ice in this matchup. I'll just cut Oust, I guess. Lyra can be good, but it's also sketchy against some of the Planeswalkers, and it's kind of sketchy against Blood Moon. I kind of like that after sideboard I don't have any cards that cost double white against someone playing Blood Moon. Between like the counter spells, the Celestial Purge, and the fact that I only need 1 white to operate, yeah, I don't know, I just think it's pretty good. Or am I keeping Path? Because I'm a bit worried of Thing in the Ice. I need to keep in removal if they don't board out Thing in the Ice. Also just Vendilion Click, even killing a... Sometimes you just have to kill a Snapcaster Mage. And I can path my own creatures too to get... especially good to get basics. So this is kind of an interesting spot, honestly. I think there's some merit to just playing Snapcaster Mage here. And actually just gonna do it. I've been making that play more and more often. Argon, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Crackling Drake? Wow, I feel kind of owned. I feel super owned. Alright, the question is, do I path it or do I field of runes first? I think I should field of runes first. That's the nice thing about Blood Moon. It's possible to just boarding them out, or it just makes you play suboptimally in some spots. Alright, doesn't look like they have Spell Pierce or Dispel. This is kind of an interesting spot. I have so many options. And I feel like they're all pretty decent. I kind of want to just Narset. Nah, that's bad. I'm just gonna say go. I'm gonna cast a Factor Fiction. It's not great if they have Cryptic Command. If it's just Remand, it's kind of a win. I could go for an Narset backup Dalvin's Veto. But since I drew land, I don't feel in a rush. I'm just going to cast Factor Fiction, and if they counter it, I can go snap Factor Fiction turn after that. Is a charm. Alright. Is White Leyline turn off Factor Fiction? I don't believe so. It's an open and yeah, it doesn't target. It's not Gifts Ungiven. How's Factor Fiction? It's been pretty good so far. I mean, I've always thought Glimmer of Genius was borderline playable, so Factor Fiction's pretty massive upgrade. Didn't kill the charm to kill Snap. Alright, I mean, that's fine. Don't see how I'd keep in path. Well, I don't know how they're sideboarding. But I can't just not leave any ways to get rid of Thing in the Ice. I could rely just on Teferi and Jace to bounce Thing in the Ice. They're playing Crackling Drake. Geez, multiple Crackling Drakes. It's pretty rough. Man, how greedy do I get here? I'm not gonna be greedy. Definitely have to veto that. If they remand a flashback spell, it's basically a 2-mana dismiss. It counters and draw. Maybe some of the viewers from Crow Keys aren't super how do you say, familiar with some of the modern interactions. I should probably tap Hallowed Fountain. Well, oof. Veto or Teferi? F Purge for a creature. F5. I'm just gonna take Veto. Yeah, for some of the newcomers, feel free to ask questions if you have any questions about Modern. Ambush Viper for the win. I might need to get myself an Ambush Viper emote, honestly, at this point. It's getting out of hand. What do they have? They have 6 cards in hand. Ah, right. Fruit of Breach. That's what they play. It doesn't even do anything. I mean, I'm obviously going to counter it. Should I use Veto now or Logic Knot now? I think I should use Veto. Alright, so they need Cryptic Command. So I'm not gonna activate Colonnade. I mean, it could backfire, but I guess they can tab bounce. I should have played. I should have played my land because now they're gonna tab bounce, and I don't get to play Colonnade again. You can't feel over in yourself, right? Because or else I could just make it fizzle. Should I even fight? That was a pretty big mistake by me. Maybe I just let them have it. Yeah, that was a big mistake. I even knew they were going to cast Cryptic Command and I just brain fart. Well, Serum Visions against Narset's not very good. That's why we play Sleight of Hand now. One step ahead. How is JDS position right now? It's not very good against blue-white, and blue-white is extremely popular. I think it's supposedly okay against Dredge. Doesn't seem especially well positioned, right? It's not especially good against Tron. It's like close-ish against Tron. Blue-white's very popular in this stream, but it's very popular period, right? If you look at some of the top 32s of the challenges and stuff, some of them were a quarter blue-white, a quarter Dredge. First place blue-white. I know Esper. Phoenix. Another blue-red deck. Ooh, looting. I like a looting turn 1 when I have Surgical in hand and Narset in hand. Ooh, 2 Phoenixes. Sorry.
At Faville.
Wow, she said it perfectly. How did she know? This is like some Fibblethip shit. We have Fibblethip and we have Ethos Total. Almost sounded some kind of Scandi language. Saltai for life. Thanks for the resub, buddy. Over a year. Appreciate it. You want me to do the laugh again? One sec. I just love it too much. This is getting bad. It's probably bad for my mental health. Oh, wow. Speaking of evil laugh, maybe I got greedy here. Alright, well, let's see if I can find the other one. That would be really some super villain stuff right now. Alright, I think Snapcaster is too good to pass. Well, at least they had to use Surgical on their own Phoenixes. They're down a card. Is it a reference? No, it's something my friend used to do. I have a friend called Damian. I was one of my best friends when we were playing, when I was just playing, grew up playing Magic, you know. One of my best friends I made playing Magic, and he would just do that. I don't know where he got it from, but yeah, I mean, it could be some manga stuff. It could be a bunch of things, really. All right, this is kind of an interesting spot. I kind of have it all. I'm just gonna say go for now. See what happens. Wizard of Oz. Knowing him, I doubt he got it from Wizard of Oz. Play around Spell Pierce. They usually don't play Spell Pierce main deck. I am gonna path though. Yeah, I think that's the play. I don't want to give them the extra land. I think most versions play Crackling Drake. Call that is a charm. I mean, it's fine. Is a charm's gonna be good against me anyways. It's not even a big deal, honestly. The question is, do I use Detention Sphere or do I use Snapcaster Path? Detention Sphere is better against Pyromancer Ascension. Obviously. Kind of nice to just use the Sorcery Speed effect right now. It is true Snap Path starts the beatdown. Snap's a bit more flex though. Seems less likely to have Pyromancer Ascension, right, if they have Surgical and Izzet Charm in their deck. There's like a bunch of cards that make Ascension a bit worse. Put one on top, they have a Looting. It's really tempting to play Narset. Seems really hard for them to flip Thing in the Ice. And if they do, they probably have to use all their resources, and they put me down to 2. Just gonna play Narset. They've already played one Lightning Bolt too. I guess I only need 1 Bolt and 2 spells, 2 cheap spells to kill me. They actually have lethal. The thing is, if I don't play Narset now, they get to cast a bunch of spells. Like, if I had a hand full of spells, I think just keeping Snap up is safer. But since my hand is not that great, I think I have to, like, kind of push my edge a bit, like get greedy and try to get max value out of Narset. Alright, they have 2 bolts left in their deck. A Snapcaster Mage. I think I can use Field of Ruins pretty safely, right? I've never streamed Chandelar. I know Levy has. Raphael Levy. I've never done it though. I've actually never played Chandelar. Maybe I shouldn't say that in public. Is that a punishable offense? Is Fact or Fiction the best card in Modern? Is that... Wait, what's that? Snapcaster? What's the snake? Is that Narset? No. What's up with the snake? Oh, it's Ambush Viper. It looks kind of creepy. You did a really good job, but it's kind of creeping me out, to be honest. Is that Narset? Shut up. I don't know what I'm saying. Be nice. Alright, so looks like our decision to use Detention Sphere the first time is paying off big time. This game's still pretty close though. Mostly because I've been flooding like crazy. But it is kind of nice. Now they can't really... It's so bad for them to play a spell because you don't get to choose if you flip or not. So not only do I bounce my Snapcaster Mage, but also already have I already have the Blazon on 2 in play. Alright. They might actually be out of basic. I think some versions play 5. I think they played 5 for a while. Let's see. Yeah. Ooh. Nice. I don't even want to bounce thing in the ice, right? I just plus. It's kind of an interesting choice by them. Do I just bounce thing in the ice now? I think I do, right? And save my blast zone. If we use the fairy, it leaves us dead to Crackling Drake. That's a good point. We kept on top. Alright, I think I agree. I think I like using blast zone for thing in the ice. Surgical extraction, my surgical extraction. It's kind of scary. Might mean they have Phoenix in hand. Alright, I'm gonna minus the fairy. So I can Snapcaster up, try and find something good. Why would this surgical now actually? It's pretty confusing. Alright, that makes sense that they have that. Let's see if we can find a little something. Them getting rid of Narseth's a pretty big deal. They're at 12? What I could have done is plus and save the minus for Detention Sphere. Minus on my Detention Sphere next turn if they don't attack the fairy. You're attacking me? That seems poorly played. Unless they have the last bolt in hand. They might just have another Phoenix too. That's kind of unfortunate. I think I drew like 6 straight lands besides the Teferi. And the Teferi just drew me more lands. I mean, not 6 straight lands, but yeah. Alright. Oh yeah, I could have Narset down. I literally forgot I could Narset down tech. But then they get to cast like Faithless Looting and stuff. No! Oh my god. I'm too used to Arena, I guess. I don't know. I think they might have the last bolt in hand and might be playing around a counter spell. Oh no, never mind. I have to Fairy in play. Should I bounce it or tap it? Might as well bounce it, right? Probably bounce, yeah. Alright, let's hope they don't have a lightning bolt or Snapcaster Mage. Someone was asking about Jeskai earlier. Factor Fiction might be really good in Jeskai if you have more cheap spells. You just become like kind of counter burn. Just burn your opponent and refuel is you just play 4 Factor Fictions and all cheap spells. No Planeswalker and you only play at instant speed. Open and set already legal in Modern. Like couple of Factor Fiction in Is It Phoenix might be nice too. Are they scooping? Or is Moto just... That's weird. I mean, I was still like not super good shape against... I was not in super good shape against... What's it called? If they just read the lightning bolt, I guess. I don't know if Rest in Peace is good. We didn't see Pyromancer Ascension. I think I like relying on Surgical more. I think you could bring in one Rest in Peace maybe. It's not an easy matchup to board in. It's one of the matchups where I haven't figured out exactly how to sideboard. I'm not even sure I love Lara that much in this matchup. Yeah, Lara's kind of whatever. I could do something like that. I think this is reasonable. What do I think about the version of Blue-Eyed Control with 3 or 4 Narset? I think Narset is good, but not good enough to play 4 copies. I feel like 2 is probably the sweet spot. And I feel the same way about the Fairy Time Raveler. The passive is pretty absurd in some matchups. And, you know, it's always going to do something, even if it doesn't do something great. Dude. I love it. I wonder how many emote slots I have. I might have 2. Thing in the ice. Okay. Well played by me. I'm gonna get basic planes. They have Blood Moon in their sideboard most of the time. In honor of the upcoming Teddy KGB emotes. This is officially a Yellow Hat stream. Frost, thank you for the Twitch Prime resub. I think you just counter, I guess with Surgical Extraction in hand, I don't mind letting that resolve actually. No, I think I like countering, because I get to counter, they have no mana, on tap, play to fairy. What should it be, Yellow Hat Fel or Yellow Hat KGB? I would just say Yellow Hat KGB. But Fel is a bit, I don't know, it sounds a bit weird, I guess. I'll let Rav decide. I think Yellow Hat KGB makes more sense. Alright, do I have double white cards after sideboard? I do not. Just going to grab another blue mana. This line's kind of weak against Phoenix, just hardcast Phoenix. I think this is non-trivial whether to plus or minus. If they play Phoenix and attack the fairy, I'm going to wish I minused. Yellow Hat, pay this man his money. Just the longest Yellow Hat check. It's the longest name ever. I wonder what's the max character on an emote is actually. Yellow Hat, I bet the pot. I'm gonna play Island here. Rep Cryptic Command might make them misplay. I'm not gonna feel everyone anyway. I'm just gonna hardcast a Resto Angel. You just want a Surgical Lightning Bolt? Probably not worth it if they haven't cast a bolt yet, right? It's interesting, like when am I gonna surgical? I have a path for their first Phoenix. I mean, this is kind of games where they're probably just gonna be hard casting Phoenix. Wow. Should have surgical path. I mean, it's fine, you know. I mean, it's a card for a card, right? It's not the end of the world. What do you think about Geist in the sideboard? I think it's not great, but I wouldn't like really blame anyone for playing one or two Geist in the sideboard. I don't think it's good enough. I'm really happy I saved the surgical here. Oh, right. I should have pathed in response, right? Oh, that was a pretty big mistake. Maybe I'll draw a Snapcaster and get crazy value out of it. It's pretty good. Just draw step them. See what's cooking. Boom! What's cooking? Crackling Drake, Pyromancer's Ascension, thing in the ice. So what's the play here? I could take Crackling Drake and then Surgical Thing in the Ice. I mean, I have to take Crackling Drake, right? Regardless. And then Surgical Faithless Looting, and it seems really hard for them to ever flip a thing in the ice or an Ascension for that matter. They drew a land. Alright, so they brought in the 2 Blood Moons. They have 2 Ascension as well. 2 Crackling Drakes, 2 Dispel, and there's a Charm. They leave in all the bolts. They have a Spell Pierce. I got them all right, yeah. Why no Surgical Thing in the ice? Because they have no... Seems like they need to get really lucky. Also, they have Ascension, so if I let them have Ascension plus Phoenix, it's kind of bad for me. Alright, now we just win almost 100% of the time. That was an absurd draw. Absurd draw, as I said. Alright, so I feel like if they don't draw exactly Lightning Bolt, they just lose. I guess they could get lucky and draw like opt into Manamorph. Oh no, never mind, they can't. Yeah, no, they just need exactly Lightning Bolt. I probably shouldn't even have minus, honestly. Alright, I'll get rid of it, it's free. Because of Narset, they won't draw the card. Obviously, I wouldn't get rid of it if I didn't have Narset. Alright, they're not even gonna bother. Let's Rabbit Hunt. Path was our draw step, minus Narset, another Narset, minus Narset, a Dovin's Veto. Nice. One of these fields is a wasteland. They have 5 basics. I don't know how many basics I didn't play there, but good start to the league. The Tenno Dream is live. Is that different? Does this one have a yellow hat on? Nice. Let's see, how many slots do I have for an emote right now? Do I have 1 or 2? I definitely have 1. Yeah, I'm definitely doing the KGB one if I only have one. Do I like the modern queue changes? I'm fairly indifferent to them. I think it's better that they only have one queue. It's worse for me, I think, that the entry fee is lower and the prize pool is more spread out as a winning player, but I think it's fine, you know. If it's better for like more casual players and stuff, it's probably better overall. But I don't know if they actually like still like lower the overall EV or if it's just widespread. Does anyone know what the math is? Niv Mizzet doesn't need an emote anymore. I kind of like Niv. I think the Niv one looks pretty badass. It's not, he looks so smug. I don't know, I really like the Niv one. It doesn't get used a ton, but he's like, kind of, you know, this little smug look on his face. I agree it's not super relevant, but yeah, tank is kind of cool. The control one is definitely my least favorite run. Sorry, Roshalm. The WoW one is actually one of my least favorite one just because it's so creepy. I don't know, I just feel like I look creepy on it. Yeah, I just look creepy, period. Yeah, WoW is definitely a chat favorite, so I don't think I can mess with it too much. Red Hand Band, I actually don't know what's the deal with the friendly leagues. I always get the feeling that people play kind of mostly real decks in friendly leagues as well. So I'm not too sure. This is interesting. Actually, it's not that interesting. There's really only one play I can make, I think. It's just Teferi and bounce the Gourmag Angler. It's kind of another tricky one. Hey, Squid Chief. Thanks for the hosting in 2019. Lol. Is the raid option not available to you? I like how I'm giving beats to Squid Chief for hosting me. I'm awful. How was I saw you were playing what's her face earlier? Kess is her name? But you went like 0-free. Squid Chief was 0-free and he was like, should I drop or should I keep going? Kess is garbage. Is Kess garbage or is Grix is garbage? Alright, so this puts me down to 1. But if I don't bounce Death Shadow, I'll lose to a fetch land. But Death Shadow I can just kill with Blast Down. So I guess I should go for Angler and hope they don't draw fetch land. They probably have something that kills me. Either a bolt. I guess this way I don't lose to Snapcast. Oh, if they have Snapcaster, they would have Stubborn Denial. I don't know, it's kind of close. Fatal Push. What does that do? They drew fetch land. Was it greedy, chat? Or did I have to? I think I had to. Because if I bounce Death Shadow, I'd go down to 1. I mean, I could just chase minus Angler, but they get to recast it. Actually, I didn't really have to, right? Because I get to go Teferi plus chase minus. Yeah, I think I have. I think I punted, actually. Oh well. That was unfortunate. I think I messed up. I'll take full responsibility on that one. Alright, I'm not a huge fan of the counter spells against them. I like to have mostly the removal. I think Veto is okay. I think Resto is okay. I think Spell Pierce is probably fine. Maybe just cheaper cards. Maybe Spell Pierce is okay. Oh, my rest in peace in this matchup.
FF hype.
FF, Final Fantasy. She like swallowed the O there. Thanks for real full blues. Thanks for the support. What's Truce? Gotta play Truce or Tale was fact or fiction? It was quite the meme. I don't get it, Squid. Am I Arabic? I'm from Lebanese descent, yeah. Yeah, I agree, rest in pieces. The way it plays out, if you have it in hand, they're going to cast a discard spell, and if it's good against their hand, they're going to take it. And then half the time it's going to be a dead draw or too late, have no impact, and you're going to lose the game because it's not like any other spell. How much of delay is there between a new YouTube video and when it was recorded? I'm not too sure. I would have to ask my editor. I think it varies a bit. The YouTube channel is just there as an extra, you know. Not even sure we monetize it yet because I think my editor is maybe waiting to get a few more viewers, or I'm not exactly sure. It's definitely not like the highest quality content, I guess. Fresh emotes. Yeah. Suck Zinican. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Hopefully you're ready for some Modern Horizons. Oh no. I think... I'm not really greedy here. I'm just going to take the 2 damage, I think. Am I going to draft it all? Yeah, I am. Jabs 9097. Are you related to Carlos Ramo? That's his Jabs. It's his nickname too. Thanks for the sub, buddy. I'm definitely gonna draft. I might even start with some drafts tonight, or what I used to do was I'm gonna try to do like probably 1 league, 1 draft every stream. But I might start with more constructed at first, but I'm gonna get like, I don't know, I'm probably gonna get like at least 50 drafts in before the Mythic Championship. What card am I most excited about? I'm most excited about Ice Fankadal. Hopefully it doesn't let me down. Oh, did I get owned here? Did I have Stubborn Denial? Seems weird to have Stubborn Denial and not fight over the Logic Knots. Yeah, it was a good read by him, or by them. Maybe they knew? Did they cast a bubble this game? Maybe they just knew one of my cards from bubble. Shadow usually plays 2 basics. I've had people play Mountain against me recently. This is kind of a tricky spot. I think I'm just going to take 5. I don't want to lose to a Jace or Liliana or something. About to go full Ambush Viper on them. Flourish LOL. Happy anniversary to us. Thank you so much for the long time support. I don't know. I don't think I want a path, right? I think I just want to flash it back. Because I have Logic Knots in my graveyard too. I have like 2 good targets. I mean, even if they have like Stubborn Denial, I'm just gonna kill them first, right? Open them. I think you have an Ambush Viper problem. That was maybe bad. Maybe I should have kept Snapcaster Logic Knot up. Maybe a bit loose. Yeah, I'll try one timely. No Resto against them. I have a lot of 4 mana cards. Maybe Resto is better than Cryptic Commando. That's a good point. Because of Stubborn Denial. I miss the days where you could change sideboarding after hitting submit. It sounds pretty slow, but I think it's good. Sweepers are good against them. 2-land hand's pretty nice against the Inquisition Thoughtseize deck. I might just die though. If I just... Obviously I could draw poorly. If I had to take either Pitch Blue or Blue White at turn tomorrow, what I would take? Probably Blue White. I haven't played enough with Pitch Blue, and Pitch Blue is kind of like, I feel like it's a bit of a metagame deck. It's good on Magic Online against narrower metagames. There's a lot of Blue-Red Phoenix, a lot of Dredge, a lot of Blue-White, and Pitch Blue is pretty good against these decks. But if you throw a bunch of random creature decks in the mix, and I don't know, whatever people play IRL, yeah, I should definitely... I think Resto is probably good in this matchup. I should have brought in the Resto instead of Cryptic or something, most likely. Alright, that's not the end of the world. We actually have a bunch of pretty bad cards in hand. I mean, it's not great, obviously. I'd rather them not have planeswalkers, but probably discard Verdict. Yeah, I've seen the new graveyard decks was Altar of Dementia. Looks good. We'll see. Do I think a snow deck's gonna work in Modern? I don't know. We're gonna find out soon enough, right? I mean, maybe the mana's just too bad having to play all these basics and stuff. We'll see. Land plays. Pretty plays. Kolaghan's Command? Or just Snap? Maybe it's just Snap Bolt. Yikes! Oh my god. Literal disaster. This could work out nicely for us though. So I decided not to snap because I think if I draw land and gets to cast Factor Fiction, I'm in a decent spot, so I decided to gamble. Each player discards a card. So let's see. Let's see if we can get lucky. It'd be kind of amazing for us if they play a creature there. They discarded Disdainful Stroke. Alright, I'm gonna snap. I'm not gonna path my own snap. What if they have another Kolaghan's Command? That'd be kind of insane. I think we're gonna lose this game. What do they have? Snapcaster Mage? I guess Snapcaster Mage makes sense. Looks like we lose. The rare loss to Grixis Shadow. It happens. Sometimes just have it all. I mean, it's not over yet, but I'm obviously a pretty big underdog. Oh my god. Nita Lab, thanks for the tier 1 sub and all the gifted subs and donations and everything. Thank you so much, buddy. Discarded Dismember. So that's bad for us. That means they have a spell in hand. Hopefully it's some kind of reactive spell. Wow. We might actually be doing it here. Maybe they kept Stubborn Denial. How's Factor Fiction been so far? Pretty good, I think. Am I going to Krakow in July? Probably not. I definitely have no plans for Krakow in July. And people still only play 2 or 3 Snapcaster Mage in their blue-white decks. Yellowhat, shake my head. Yellowhat, why? Please play 4 Snapcaster Mage in your blue-white decks if you own them. Or if you can borrow them. Or steal them. I don't know. Honestly, I won't even be mad at you if you have to steal them to play 4. I'm joking. Stealing's bad. I stole a chocolate bar when I was like 4-year-old or something. Felt pretty terrible about it. Actually, my mom caught it and told me to put it back, so it wasn't too bad. Trying to think if I ever stole... Yeah, when I was a kid, I think I stole toys from someone's house once too. Well, delinquent. Gab Nassif, yeah. These Arabs. Can't trust them. Gab Nassif is pretty smart, yeah. Pretty clever. Never heard it before. Confession time. I kept a copy of 10,000 Under the Sea from my library when I was 8. You didn't get busted for that? Fact or fiction confirmed worse than Jason Mind Sculpture. Whoa, we got there. When a Force of Negation, because the cards are not out yet, you can only play the reprints. So we have fact or fiction. When do the cards come out? Tonight? In 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours? Alright, chat, should we get rid of Yellowhat Control emote and replace it with Ambush Viper? I am expecting Force of Negation to be good enough, yeah. But I think it's going to be close. Am I doing any drafts today? I might do 1 draft tonight, yeah. I might do like 1 league, 1 draft. I'm excited to play with Ice Fang Cuddle. I'm excited to play with Force of Negation. Sounds kind of awkward. Oof. We have Ambush Viper on turn 2. I might try and play with the new Bull Lightning too. Pretty bad hand against turn 1 Hierarch. Snap's so expensive, I'll need a mortgage to get 2 more. Jeez. You could start a GoFund. No, let's not go there. Forget what I just said. Do I just path now? I think I do. Oh, path actually resolved? What? I was like, where's your Blighted Agent? Infects didn't get good reprints, but it got the plus the 6/4 pump spell, the weird kind of pump spell. Looks like their draw's pretty awkward. Horizon Lamb? That's true. That might be good. What do you think of Watcher for tomorrow, the 2-1 hideaway? I don't know. It's unclear if it's better than something like Fibbled Up, you know, not drawing the card right away. You know, some decks are just gonna ignore it. But doesn't quite seem to be power modern level, I guess. Or modern power level. That's a better, probably better sentence. Oh, this is bad. They're just gonna blossom. Well, they didn't have blossoming defense earlier. That was pretty risky because if they have blossoming defense, I just don't get a land. That was kind of bad. Should have just gone for a breeding pool. Alright, I should save my second Field of Ruin for demand lands. The Nexus. I need to be somewhat careful. It's definitely a non-zero chance I die to Hierarch, Become Immense. They might just have like All Might of Old Crosiers in hand and stuff. Need to be wary. It's so tempting to go for their breeding pool. I think they only have 2 basics in their deck. And I have Logic not in hand, so it's kind of relevant to get more cards in my yard. Over the years, how much in percentage of your competitive decks have you actually owned, or did you always have to borrow something? Mostly, well, I think that back in the day, and obviously when I started, we borrowed cards from each other and stuff. And then the whole period from like 2001 to 2008 or 9 when I was still playing a lot, and I don't remember exactly. I want to say I probably owned most of the cards I played in tournaments. And then I mean, since I've basically been playing like 6 tournaments a year, maybe, you know, 4 PTs and 1 or 2 GPs a year. So, I mean, it didn't make a ton of sense for me to buy cards, you know, to own like. So I'd mostly borrow cards from friends. And, you know, buy the few that I was missing. Oh, I own most of blue-white. I think for the last Mythic Championship in Modern, I had to borrow 1 Teferi, maybe. And do I even care? I mean, I just get to block, right? You could have Rancor, I can counter that. So I had to borrow 1 Teferi. I think I probably had to borrow Lyra. I think I had to borrow 1 Rest in Peace. I had to borrow like 5 cards. Maybe I had to borrow 1 Snapcaster Mage, I can't remember. Something along these lines. I actually drew back-to-back Vines of Vastwood. This game's kind of weird. That's usually not how the games go against, in fact. And the people on YouTube are gonna lose their mind. Song twice in a row. Who do we have? Aikune, 4 months was a Twitch Prime sub, and Riptorius. Looks like maybe a newcomer. Thank you so much to both of you. And hope you keep enjoying the stream. Well, actually, I'd really use that logic now. Go for counter, I guess. Try and actually get rid of that pesky hierarch. I think given how the games play out, it's like really unlikely to have a blossoming defense because they just didn't have any like early in the game. We got to kill a couple things in spots where they could have had it, so we kind of know what they've been drawing, I guess. Hercule's Recall might honestly be sweet. A lot of the games you lose to the Nexus. We'll see. I'm definitely keeping in all the cheap cards. Definitely don't want Timely. Teferi's expensive. Lyra, probably not good enough. Should I do Hercule's Recall? I don't hate it. I'll try it. I've never tried it before in that matchup. I like the instant speed stuff. I like Jace just because it's a really good card. I think you want all the counter spells just because they're cheap. Resto. Yeah, this looks pretty. Do you ever think Crucible is good to play in blue-white again? I was never really a fan. I never even thought it was that good against Tron. I always felt like it was better in control mirror matches than against Tron. Dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Oh, that was pretty gross. We're just gonna still dash me, little blighted agent. Spellskite. It's not too bad. Hot take rebuild is going to be better than Hercule's Recall. That makes no sense. That is a really hot take. Scalding take. First of all, rebuild doesn't work against the Lattice. I don't know, the Lattice line seems kind of real. It's been good for me. And then it's one more mana, and in matchups where you bring it in, it's by far your best card, and you never want to cycle it. Is hot take just a new word for bad take? Did I miss? I mean, you just can't fight science. People just use hot take because it's been proven scientifically that you get way more likes and retweets and reaction when you start your tweet with hot take. It's kind of weird. I don't know what to do. Let's see. What if I take Vines and they draw a Blighted Agent? I have the feeling that message is going to start with hot take.
Grab Nassif. I played 4 snaps before it was cool. Rub face, rub face, rub face, rub face.
I see your genius, King Art. You're a deck building savant. Thanks for the donation, buddy. Yeah, I think we just don't take anything and then we click them and rest them and we have a 2-turn clock and we get to see if they drew a creature. Yeah, Nexus. Kind of interesting. Tap, activate. Alright, I'll let them have Nexus. No block. Hey, Dito. How often do you stream, Dito? I see you have some, one big fish. See you have a little emote. Do you just go full on ambush Viper on their face? I think we do. Seems kind of spewy. This better work out for me. God, if not, it's gonna be bad. Yeah, no, it looks pretty good though. But imagine now, instead of casting Ambush Viper, we're casting Ice Fang Coddles. Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. You stop streaming, but you'll be back soon. Mad folks. Oh, was Snap House Little? Maybe, I don't know. They have a handful of full of stuff. Could just feel of Rune. Snap's probably better though. Dude, also Resto Cuddle seems kind of nuts. I haven't even thought about that. Because Resto Snapcaster, I mean, sometimes you get to live the dream, but not very often, but just kind of makes me sad that Wall of Blossom is probably just going to be unplayable. All right, I need a few minutes break. Gotta play a few ads, and maybe if someone wants to fire the be back. Oh, looks like commercial break failed. No money's. Damn it. Damn you, Grixis Shadow player who killed our Tenno dream. Thanks for the follow. Thanks to everyone who followed the channel. Hey Dido, at least you didn't queue into Blue White the other day. You queued into something video. That's pretty cool. The government made a site called oops.gov.fr, and it apparently it's a bunch of mistakes people like me make the most often when it comes down to taxes and social charges, etc., etc., etc. Pretty good, I guess. Social charges, as in, you pay taxes and then you pay, it's kind of like taxes, except it's the taxes that fund social security and stuff. I like the little hearts.
Nice stream has really come along since UW in Standard in Affinity in Modern, haha.
Was that really all it was? That's come a long way. We got paired against our nemesis. I've lost twice to that deck with Blue-White recently. Well, we had a good run. Maybe I should be playing Armor Elves in this format. Seems good every time we get paired again. Yeah, in France too, if you're employed in France, you don't have to bother really with taxes. It's all super easy, but it's more like when you're self-employed and stuff, it's a bit trickier. Man, and they have the nuts. Oh well. Is that deck actually good? Ponza, I mean, it used to be the joke. Maybe I should have been running bad. Did that list 5 or something? I've been playing against that list a bunch. I'm actually not sure what I'm supposed to do here. If I'm supposed to snap up, snap path my snap, or snap path glory. If I go snap up, then next turn I can go snap path and up. I think I'll take the hit. And I think I'll snap up. If I snap path now, that opens the Wrath of God out, which is real. Cards we can cast. They're just so flooded. Am I playing Growth Spiral in my Ice Fan decks? Probably not. There's just too many good cards to play, I think, to... Wow. They have 5 mana. I need to Logic Knot for 6. They get to fight stuff and attack for a lot. Jeez. Should I off-trade away? Might as well. I might draw Vita or something. Narset, you say? I think Narset's good. Alright, now I feel much better about just snap pathing. Pretty good for us. Pretty good turn of events. It's like Domri is going to have minimal impact. Yeah, I'm not even sure why I was talking about Darwin's Veto. Imagine if it was Storm Rev Dragon. Just be GG. No double whites? Nah. I think the way the game's playing out, it's much better for me to do that. Oh well. I'm at 9. I know it's kind of screwed either way. I think I'm just dead on 7. What if I path that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm very, very screwed, but I'm going to make it. Yeah, that's the exact same deck I lost to the other day. I wonder if the same person or... Just getting How many trackers did they have? I brought in Stony Silence the other day. I guess I'm not gonna bring it in. Is Click any good? Click's kind of medium. I think Resto Angel might be somewhat medium. The problem is Click is you play it and then they just have a bunch of cards and you take one. I guess it wasn't the same person playing that deck. It's definitely been known. Might have to start playing Spreading Seas again. Get rid of those. The anti-scroll. That are big. Decided to be. I don't think I should make a rash move. So I could opt in response in case I draw. That's a decent Darwin's veto target, I guess. No, never mind. I mean, we're in good shape. Like, if I draw land, I'm in good shape anyway, so keeping verdict's just so greedy. Also, even if I cast a verdict, if they just have Blood Moon, I'll lose, so... I don't even know why I was so upset. Oh, that was a good draw. Basic plane secured. Oh, I could have just blocked ooze if they attacked. I mean, you can't imagine they're gonna attack with ooze, right? Oh, but you're right. I should have at least waited till they attack. Wow, that was awful. Yeah. Yeah, I messed up big time last turn. Well, assuming they play properly, I cost myself 2 damage. So it's not the end of the world, but... Are we gonna get one against our nemesis? No. Should I just Jace Plus here? Jace Plus seems solid, right? If they have a fetch land, maybe I should target myself, but I kind of don't need really specific draws. I guess when they have fetch land in hand, I guess if they sack the fetch land, they don't draw the ooze in a few turns, but maybe they don't want to draw the ooze anyways. They have bolt. That sucks. They have a dragon. Or an... How do they still have bolt in their deck? Or I think the list I played against the other day didn't have bolt at all. Wow, we just completely got wrecked. I mean, Opponent has been drawing like super good. Pretty. They're really just gonna monster us there? Well, whatever is about to happen is probably good for me. See a lot of mana being tapped. I mean, at least I have outs. I don't think they deal the damage, right? If I bounce it in response. Blast Zone. Wow. Blast Zone's kind of... If they don't have lands? Ooh, factor... Please give me a land was the verdict. I'm not asking. Oh. Do it. Do it. Give me that Field of Ruin. Damn it. I feel like I'm getting... It's a bit risky. I have like Blood Moon, Storm Rep Dragon. Blood Moon land, Storm Rep Dragon. That'd be good beats. They could easily have Blood Moon the way the game played out. Not sure I love my play, honestly. Feels kind of greedy. I could have just plus to Fairy and said go, right? And keep Snapcaster back. But then they can still do Blood Moon, attack the Fairy, and I don't have the counters to bounce the Blood Moon. Blazon the 1-drops. Blazon the land drop's pretty bad if they just draw a land and play Stone Rep Dragon, I think. Just to... Well, it looks like they have a lot of action, because... it's not too bad. I can snap Factor Fiction. And then next turn, Detention Sphere plus Verdict. Or can... You have the mana to snap, fact, and path. Get my second white, and maybe I can just ignore Blood Moon. Alright, therefore. I think this is kind of good for me. It looks like they're going to play another creature. Hey Marcus, yeah, Fact's been, I don't know, it's been pretty solid so far, I would say. Playing two. Oh, yeah, they have no green mana, that's a good point. Maybe I wasn't in a rush to kill. Is Factor Fiction better than Jace, or is that not a good comparison to make? I think it's fair comparison, given that they both cost 4 mana. I think Factor Fiction's worse than Chase, but the instant speed is obviously valuable in a lot of spots. And the fact that it's snap. And people have been struggling with Factor Fiction. Better. 7 mana, 8 mana. Looks like they made... Yeah, I think I'm gonna path my own snap. This is only game 2, yeah. Is this for... I'm not even sure what the payout is now. So there's 30 play point different, 2 Mox qualifier points, 6 treasure. I guess they know about the verdict. Do they know about the detention sphere too? Maybe they know about Path Flow's verdict. Anyways. How many creatures in the graveyard? One snap. So if they play dragon, I can maybe go for tap draw. And hopefully I draw a land and I get to go Verdict plus Lara next turn. If they could play dragon, I could also just take it. Go down to 4. Go down to 3. Nah, that sounds like a good idea. Did I sell the full set? Yeah, I sold it this morning. I think I got about 500 ticks for it. Not gruel, then cry. Thanks for the resub. This looks better, right? Factor of Fiction, that's what I was laughing at. Factor of Fiction is great. I did register for the Red Bull event too, yeah. I'm being a productive human this week. Has Factor of Fiction been... I feel like they made pretty good piles. I don't know. But yeah. This is game 2. We lost game 1. We lost game 1. We're probably going to win this game. And then we're going to be like pretty sizable underdogs on the draft. I regged for the online. Don't really want to go to Brussels for... Every time someone finishes doing Factor Fiction, say, oh, nice, thanks. That's kind of mean. Nico Bolos. Do I have a veto in my graveyard? I do not. They made sure of that. They have 2 mana up. I guess I can just counter draw. What if they have another Blood Moon? I'm still in okay shape if they have another Blood Moon. They need their 2 unknown cards to be land Blood Moon. Alright, I'll sack the Blast Zone. Which one? Nothing opens, gonna time out. If they win, the game will probably be... I think click might be better. Just to... Lara feels a bit sketchy. I think all the other cards are good. Maybe I just go click Resto. Problem is Lyra, it's double white. And it doesn't erase Stormbreath. I mean, Lyra was bad this game. I had it in hand. I mean, I played it, but the game was over anyways. Well, I wasn't bad, but I wasn't. Tracker is also a problem. I think Stony Silence is not. Double click to double block. We need Spark double. Spark double or click. Alright, this hand. I can't get Blood Moons. It's kind of good for me that one of. Please just Domri. Oh my god. Oh. Gross. Dead, right? Can't believe it fell. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, obviously their draws were insane, but that's 3 times I lose to that deck. 3 times in a row. Feels like I'm getting really unlucky every time I play against it.